Hello guys, we're gonna start our which for this time, and we're gonna start from the very beginning without wasting our time uh, for nonsense. Like I'll I'll try my level best and not to use like language. So here we are seeing that Kamala Sharma uh, image too, and he was the first Indian who was chosen as the Secretary General of Commonwealth, and his name was very popular, and it's no need to explain that much. And let's start from here. Commonwealth Secretariat headquarters. This is very genuine and very important to remember or to keep note that. So I hope that from the previous video that I hope and wish that you grab some knowledge regarding that the video that we've already met, and regarding I've already mentioned that those page we watch and we discuss, and we communicate each other. We communicate with one another, whatever. So please take note that whatever I underline or I see, that was very very important to keep note. Okay, so for this time too, choosing that very very important, that's we call that an evergreen important topic regarding that general awareness come general knowledge. So Kamalesh Sharma here, Kamalesh Sharma, i'm gonna I'm not going to spend too much time on a single page, since cause if we spend on a single page a lot of time, then the video would be too long, and I got many complaints regarding that video uh, duration level. So let's try to spend uh, a more few times comparing with the previous video though. So Kamala Sharma here, you've seen here, he was the first Indian as Secretary General of Commonwealth. And what actually was Commonwealth is no need to explain further. And headquarters located at London, United Kingdom. Okay, and current head of the Commonwealth, King Charles Commonwealth Day, and Commonwealth Day 2 is celebrated on the second Monday. And Commonwealth is a group of 56. This is very important. This is very important to note. Keep note. Please take out your pen and notebook and just note down. Commonwealth is a group of 56 independent countries, and India became a member of the Commonwealth in 1949. When was India become a member of the Commonwealth? So India became a member of Commonwealth in 1949, and Kamala Sharma served as Commonwealth Secretary General from 2008 to 2016. Right? I hope we can move. Since I've already mentioned and I've already told to you all that I'm not going to spend so much time on single page because I got many complaints regarding the duration I spend on single page. So I hope that this time will not spend single or on single page too much time. So here the topic is quite different and it's evergreen important to grasp and to note down and to keep it for your forthcoming competitive examinations. So whatever competitive examinations you are facing or you can face, maybe MPSC, I'm sorry, not State Level Public Service Commission or NDS, CDS, Combined Defense Service or Combined Graduate Level examinations like Staff Selection Commissions or IBPS, like banking or bank PO or clerk level or as assistant grade, whatever examinations. It's an evergreen important. Okay, it's an evergreen important. Evergreen. Please do remember that any topic I've chosen or I've took out for you all that is very, very important. So don't ever hesitate to share and don't ever hesitate to watch or don't ignore. It's unignorable, right? If a magnet has a third pole, if a magnet has a third pole, then the third pole is called consequent pole. For most of you, it's not peculiar or it's not a strange topic, but for most you viewers, it's would be a very strange topic and it's very peculiar and new. And magnetic field lines emerge from North Pole, South Pole. Let me write in short form here: North Pole and South Pole. Suppose if a magnet has a third pole, then the third pole would be called consequent pole, right? The term consequent pole refers to a pole that arises as a consequence of magnetic induction within the magnet, and a magnet with a consequent pole may appear to have three or more poles. Okay, just keep in note this one. and it occurs due to the a disturbance in the magnetic alignment inside the magnet, and a consequent pole can be formed by bending, heating, hammering, or partially demagnetizing a magnet. Okay. The consequent pole, as we have already mentioned, is not a true magnetic pole like the north or south pole. We've already uh, written down here. That's why we say that we've already mentioned and we've already said that if suppose a magnet has a third pole, then the third pole would be remember as a consequent pole. Magnet has north and south pole. Okay. A magnet normally has two poles, north and south pole. It's an easy topic. No need to further explanation requirement. And a consequent pole is an apparent third pole produced when a magnet is partially demagnetized or magnetized irregularly. I hope that you grasp knowledge regarding this uh, north pole, south pole, or consequent pole, whatever. So I hope that you can move forward. We are here at the separate topic regarding that which determines the chemical properties of an element. Number of electrons, number of electrons, very important, okay? Number of electrons determines the chemical properties of an element, whatever be, and chemical bonds are formed through the transfer or sharing of and electrons, and maximum number of electrons in the outermost shell is generally 8. This is octahedral. It's very popular and it's well known. At the same time, as I've oftenly mentioned that for most of you it's an easy topic, but more for at the same time another it's strange, new, and it's a very peculiar topic. Okay, maximum number of electrons in the outermost shell is generally 8. Come octahedral, and the atomic number of an element is equal to the number of protons, and in a neutral atom also equal to the number of electrons. And electrons participate in chemical reactions where protons and neutrons generally do not, and the tendency of an atom to gain, lose, or share electrons determine its chemical behavior. Just take a note of this. Chemical properties of an element are determined by its electrons, now, as already mentioned here, especially the valence electrons. Very important, this one. Very important. Number of electrons determines the chemical properties of an element, and which type of electrons determines that. Valence electrons. And valence electrons are the electrons present in the outermost shell of an atom. Okay, outermost self. It was situated at outermost self and present at outermost self, valence electrons, and it determines the chemical properties of an element. Elements with the same number of valence electrons have similar chemical properties. At the same time, atomic number of an element is equal to number of protons and in a neutral atom also equal to number of electrons. Electrons participate in chemical reactions while protons and neutrons generally do not. So let me repeat once that tendency of an atom to gain, lose, or share that it determines its chemical behavior, and maximum number of electrons in the outermost shell is generally 8 octet and halogens group 17 have 7 valence electrons and readily gain 1 electron. Okay. Alkali metals group 1 have 1 valence electron and are highly reactive. These simple things and noble gases are chemically inert because their outermost electron shell is complete. It's very simple here and it's not necessary to remember or check down. If you could grasp some knowledge from this level, like underline, point it out, or those sense, that's most enough regarding this topic. So you can move forward. We are here on another topic or another thread or another page. Since we are not going to spend so much time at single page, cause lots of complaints regarding durations, video durations. I've already, I've always request you do me a favor, at least do me a feedback or comments, or do share to your near and dear ones, or maybe say strangers, those you never met in your lifetime. To I don't know why I do that. Anyway, I'm thankful to you all that. So here, analytics is the sacred book of Confucianism. Confucianism is what's a great book? Analytics. Analytics. Please do remember that the action or that pronunciation you use may be different from the actual or from the grammatical rule or from that AI help or artificial intelligence help those that I'm not using that AI or I'm not gonna use that to say I'm original, I'm natural, so I'm confident myself that I don't need that things and all. Analects is the sacred book of Confucianism. Confucianism is often regarded as a philosophy a philosophy as well as a religion. And Confucianism greatly influenced Chinese culture and society and government. China is the origination. DNLX contains the teachings and sayings of Confucius. Confucius is regarded as the founder of Confucianism, who is regarded as the founder of Confucianism. The founder of Confucianism is Confucius. Very important. This time note down his born in 551 BC in ancient China. As Aaron mentioned, that China is Dutch origination and it's greatly influenced Chinese culture, society, and government. And Confucianism originated in China, already mentioned that, and the analysis is known as Lunyu in Chinese. I don't think this is very important, but if you can try to remember, that's the best options, the best choice. It doesn't harm anything in remembering that. Too much knowledge doesn't harm anything. DNA was compiled by the disciples of Confucius after his death, and Confucianism emphasized that morality, ethics, and good governance, respect for parents, elders, called that filial piety, a key principle of that Confucianism. Please do try to remember this one. Try to grasp that. And it's stress, education, and self improvement. And it taught that rulers should govern by virtue and example. And the golden rule of Confucianism is don't do to others what you do not want done to yourself. Don't do to others what you don't want done to yourself. Like don't do to others those things that happen to you or others do to you. So it's very important, and those outlines like pointed out and simply select downs of those are very important to grab an ignition that it's unique and unique. Let's move forward. So we are here now as a separate page and completely different topic. How many spokes are there in the Chakra of the national flag? There are 24 spokes. 24. There are 24 spokes in the Dharma Chakra of the national flag. Remember this one. 24. 24 spokes are there, and very important to note down that national flag was designed by Pingali Venkaya. As Rod told you that action or pronunciation may be different from uh, others to others, from one person to another person. If we can understand, if we could grasp knowledge, so that's the best choice or the best options. So what things to remember, what things are very important, that there are 24 spokes and it was designed by Pingali Venkaya, and the green band signifies faith, fertility, and prosperity, and the white band signifies peace and truth, and the saffron band signifies that courage and sacrifice. The ratio of the nasal flag is to 2, that is length and weight. I don't think it's that much important. Anyway, too much knowledge doesn't harm anything. The national flag of India is popularly known as the Tiranga. It's important. The national flag of India is known as Tiranga. Okay, and the ratio of the flag is true and designed by Pingali Venkaya. And there are 24 spokes. And Dharmachakra, also called the Sukachakra in the national flag of India's 24 spokes, already told about that, and the Sukachakra is located in the center of the white band of the Indian national flag. It was situated at the center of white band, not much important, and color of that Sukachakra is navy blue, not much important. And Ashoka was adopted on 22nd July 1947 along with the national flag. This is important. It was very important to remember or note down. Okay? It was adopted on 22nd July 1947 along with the national flag. And the design of Ashoka was taken from the line capital of the Ashoka as Charnat. And Ashoka Chakra replaced the spinning wheel called charkha used in earlier Congress flag. So the 24 spokes symbolize that righteousness, progress, and continuous movement. It's very important, these two. Righteousness, progress, and continuous movement. And the next thing too is very important. A squatter is also known as the wheel of law, called Dharma Chakra, wheel of law in English. Okay, wheel of law in English and Dharma Chakra in, I don't know, it's in Hindi or not. So a squatter is probably known as wheel of law. So here in this page, so in this topic, there are 24 books in Dharmacharya on self-tag, and it was designed by Pingali Venkaya, and ratio is 3 is to 2, that is length and weight, and the self-tag of India was popularly known as Tiranga, and stated at the white band, and its color is navy blue, and it was adopted on 22nd July 1947 along with the self flag, and that 24 spokes with of already mentioned symbolize that righteousness, progress, and continuous movement. And Asoka Chakra is popularly known as wheel of law, called Dharmachakra. Hope that can move forward. We are here at another page, another single page, another topic, and another important things to remember. 0 hour. It's very, very important, and it's very, very popular. It's well known. Which innovative discussion process is introduced by the Indian Parliament to the world parliamentary system? It's 0 hour. 0 hour increases the accountability of the government to parliament, and the concept of 0 hour originated in 1962. Please try to remember this one. Its concept originated in 1962 in Indian Parliament, and both the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha observed 0 hour. It's very simple things, and it's already known. It's well known that Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha observe 0 hour, and 0 hour helps bring urgent and regional issues to the government attention. And during 0 hour, MPs call member of parliament and raise matter of urgent public importance. Okay, I wish and hope that we already know this. It's already well known, and it's very popular, and I don't think that it's necessary to explain further. And at the same time, it is an informal parliamentary device developed through parliamentary practice, and 0 hour is not mentioned in the rules of procedure of parliament. It's not mentioned in the rules of procedure of parliament, and not mentioned in the Constitution of India. Remember this. It was not mentioned in the Constitution of India, and similarly, it was mentioned in the rules of procedure of parliament. Why it is called 0 hour? It is called 0 hour because it starts at 12 noon. neither before nor after the scheduled hours of business. Why it is called zero hour? Because it starts at 12 noon. Neither it start before nor it start after that. In the Indian Parliament, zero hour usually starts at 12 noon. That's all known and that's all mentioned. It is regarded as India's contribution to the world's parliamentary system, so that's already mentioned and already explained, and no need to further information, no need to further inquiry, or no need to further explain regarding that. So zero hour begins immediately after question hour. It's very important this, though it's popular and maybe we've already know that it begins immediately after question hour. So things we should remember here that zero hour, that things we discuss about that. It's an innovative discussion process introduced by Indian Parliament to the world parliamentary system, and it begins immediately after question hour, like we've underlined here. And why we call zero hour? Because it starts at 12 noon, neither before, neither after that. And it was not mentioned in the Indian Constitution of India and not mentioned in the rules of procedure of Parliament. And the concept of zero hour originated in 1962. Let's move. Like I've already mentioned and like I've already uh, told you all regarding the duration spent on single page. So we tried my level best not to spend on single page too much duration, not more than 5 minutes or more that. If I spend too much time, then you have to excuse me or you have to understand me, cause it's already that occurred or like hectic. Here the center of discussion gonna be Nellore. Nellore, why it's very important, it's called stream capital of India and located at the state of Andhra Pradesh. Nellore is located in the state of Andhra Pradesh, and Nellore is also known for agriculture, particularly rice cultivation, and stream exports contribute significantly to India's foreign exchange earnings. India's foreign exchange earnings. The district is situated along the coast of Bay of Bengal, and aquaculture refers to farming of fish, shrimp, and other aquatic organisms. Nellore's coastal location and favorable climate support aquaculture development. And Nello plays a major role in India's aquaculture industry. Remember this aquaculture? And it was very famous for large-scale shrimp, also called prawn farming and exports. Shrimp that also known as the prawn farming and exports. So Nellore is called shrimp capital of India and located in the state of Andhra Pradesh, and it was very famous for shrimp, also called prawn farming and exports, right? And Nellore plays a major role in India's aquaculture industry and also contributes significantly to India's forest exchange earnings too. Hope they can move completely spread topic you are here, completely different topic you are here, completely different page, new page you are here, Univac. The center of discussion gonna be UNIVAC. Stands for that Universal Automatic Computer. What UNIVAC stands for? Universal Automatic Computer. Very important. Universal Automatic Computer. And the first computer made available for commercial use was UNIVAC. This is very important to note down or to remember for whatever competitive examinations you've got to face or you're gonna face. First computer made available for commercial use, and it was developed by J. Presper Eckert and John Mauchly. UNIVAC 1 was delivered in 1951. Please do try to remember this too. UNIVAC 1 was delivered in 1951. The first UNIVAC 1 was installed at the United States Census Bureau. The period of first generation computer was approximately 1946 to 1959. 1946 to 1959. It was the period of first generation computers, 46 to 59. I don't think it's not necessary to further explanation or further uh, read out or explanation. First generation computer used that cognitive technology, and UNIVAC is considered first generation computer. It's already well known and it's popular. And UNIVAC marked the beginning of commercial computer industry. Already explained, already mentioned that, and was faster and more reliable than many earlier computers, and it used vacuum tubes as its main electronic components, and famous for correctly predicting the outcome of the 1952 US presidential election. Very, very important this. Why UNIVAC was very important, or maybe call UNIVAC 1 was very important. UNIVAC 1 was delivered in 1951 and used that vacuum tube technology, and period of first generation computer was between 1946 to 1959, and it was a first generation computer used vacuum tube technology, and it was very famous for correctly predicting the outcome of the 1952 US presidential election. Okay, very, very important this one. 1952 US presidential election. It's predicted that the outcome of the 1952 US presidential election. That's why it was very, very famous that UNIVAC used magnetic tape for data storage, and UNIVAC was one of the earliest electronic digital computers. It was designed mainly for business and government data processing, mainly used for business and government data processing. So here things to remember that UNIVAC, it stands for that Universal Automatic Computer, and it was the first computer made available for commercial use and developed by J. Presper, Eckert, and John Macleay. And UNIVAC 1 was delivered in 1951, and it was mainly used for business and government data processing, and it was very, very famous for correctly predicting the outcome of 1952 US presidential election, and used vacuum tube technology and first generation computer, and period of duration, or period of first generation computer was between 1946 to 1959. Let's move. We are here spread page, spread completely, absolutely different topic, and very, very important. That's lead. The constraints of automobile exhaust that can cause cancer is lead. Lead can cause that cancer. It was that automobile exhaust. It's really very harmful, and it's really danger. And We have to remember that automobile exhaust contains the pollutants such as monoxide, nitrogen oxides, and particulate matters. And lead is a heavy metal with high toxicity. And here, things to remember is 82. Atomic number of lead is 82. Very important. It was represented by the chemical symbol Pb. Let's call Pb is a toxic heavy metal that was formerly present in the automobile exhaust due to leaded petrol, and lead is one of the harmful pollutants that can cause serious health problems. As already mentioned, I already explained that it can cause cancer. That's very harmful and very danger for especially health related issue. Long-term exposure to lead may increase the risk of cancer and other disease. It's well known and it's already explained. No need for further explanation, no need to further discuss. It mainly affects the brain, nervous system, kidneys, and blood. And this too is very important. Children are more vulnerable to lead poisoning than adults. Comparing to adults, children are more vulnerable. So lead is commonly or popularly known as that an automobile exhaust that can cause cancer, and its chemical symbol is Pb, and atomic number is 82. It mainly affects the brain, nervous system, kidneys, and blood. And comparing to the adults, children are more vulnerable to lead poisoning. For children, it's more dangerous and more harmful in comparison to the adults, right? Sorry, I'm, excuse me. So you here at the on our page. I hope that the previous page I spent around that's 5 minutes. I don't think that I spent more than 5 minutes. I tried my level best not to spend more than 5 minutes on a single page on a single topic. So here we are at the center of topic Manipur, situated at Northeast India, oftenly called the Seven Sisters. The world's only floating national park is situated in Manipur. Very, very important and oftenly used in many types of competitive examinations. based on MCQ or one-line answer, general knowledge, general awareness, or current affairs too. The world's only floating national park is situated in Manipur, and that floating national park is Cable Lamjau National Park. Very important, okay, this one. The world's only floating national park is situated in Manipur, and that floating national park is called Cable Lamjau National Park. So the way I pronounce or the way I use section regarding this Cable Lamjau National Park might be quite right or quite perfect. So regarding that, you have to understand me or you have to ignore that since we could grasp knowledge or that's the best requirements. Located in the state of Manipur, that's already mentioned that Northeast state, and the park itself is situated on Loktak Lake, the largest freshwater lake in Northeast India. This too is very important. Situated on Loktak Lake, and Loktak Lake is largest freshwater lake in Northeast India. And Cable Lamjau National Park was declared a national park in 1977. I'm gonna repeat once again that which one is very important and which is not that much important for you all that uh, to grab or to take down or noting down that you don't have to worry that much, okay, regarding that. The park is famous for its floating masses of vegetation called pumbis. Pumbis. And it appears to float on the surface of local lake, and pumbis are heterogeneous masses of vegetation, soil, and organic matter at various stages of decomposition. So, what things you have to note down and what things you have to remember, like we have already called that it's an evergreen important, it's most important, general knowledge or general awareness. So, the world's only floating national park is situated in Manipur, and it was called that Cable Lamjau National Park and situated or located at Loktak Lake, and Loktak Lake is largest freshwater lake in Northeast India and the only floating national park in the world called Cable Lamjau National Park was declared a national park in 1977. And why the park is famous? It was famous for its floating masses of vegetation called palm dis. Palm dis. Let's move forward. So we're here single page or single page. I mean that's another page, another completely, absolutely different page, separate page, and absolutely different topic, and another different, very very important to check out and to note down and to grab some knowledge. And the center of this class gonna be Siam. Siam. Siam was Indian Army's Operation Siam was related to India and Pakistan border in the Punjab and Rajasthan state, and its main objective was to strengthen border security. It was aimed at preventing cross-border infiltration and illegal activities, and the operation focused on enhancing surveillance along the border areas, and special attention was given to checking smuggling of arms, ammunition, and narcotics. And the operation involved close coordination between the Indian Army, BSF called Border Security Force, and intelligence agencies. And Indian-Pakistan border is one of the most sensitive international borders in India. That's well known and it's very popular. And no need to further explanation, no need further information, or no need to discuss further regarding this related to this topic. What just now we're discussing Punjab and Rajasthan share a long international border with Pakistan. Punjab and Rajasthan share a long international border with Pakistan, and border management is crucial for national security, internal stability, and operations. IM help improve vigilance and rapid response capabilities. Such operations are conducted periodically to address emerging security threats. So, in this topic, in this page, that things we should remember is that Siam. What actually was Siam? Siam is the Indian Army's operation that's related to the Indo-Pakistan border in Punjab and Rajasthan, and the main objective was to strengthen border security, and Punjab and Rajasthan share a long international border with Pakistan, and the operations are conducted periodically to address emerging security threats. I hope that we can move forward. So I hope and wish that I got at least 2 3 minutes to explore my things that I want to share with you. That I would like to request to you all that do me one favor, which was please do share to your near and dear one to subscribe my YouTube channel, Mizo Choice, and to the strangers, those you've never met in your lifetime, and then you never gonna met in your lifetime too. That do share to others, or WhatsApp group or any social media platform. So please do share and please watch the full video without skipping even 1 minute, cause I care and I don't want to you all that you miss even one page, a single page. Each and every page was very important topic. So not to avoid or not to get rid of or not to miss those important things. So please watch the full video and share and do feedback. And if you are not yet subscriber, please do subscribe too. And don't forget feedback and share too. So that's all for this times. Thanks to you all guys, especially my subscribers and those any viewers or viewers that please follow my YouTube channel, Mizo Choice channel, and I have group at Meta, Mizo Choice Consultant. Mizo Choice platform is engaged in many platforms like financial planning, investment, and wealth creation, consultant, and competitive examinations, mentoring, guidance. So please follow, subscribe, like, comment, and share. Thank you so much for watching my page. Love you all, guys.